There, Sakina. I think it's got a K in there. I'll show you how I mounted the slide here. You mentioned see if I could mount it on a pole. Well, the way it meant to be mounted is on a vertical pole like that. So I was going to mount it here, but the edge of the roof comes out about another 12 inches there, about another foot past this pole here, see? And so with it here, the edge of the roof would be kind of partially blocking the light. You know, so what I did, I figured out how to mount it instead of like on a pole vertically like this. I figured out how to mount it with this on the horizontal end of it here. So it'll try to be careful not to fall here, but anyway, I always am. But anyway, but with it here, this is basically right about in line. My hand. There it is, right about in line with the edge of the roof there. And so see, it kind of cuts back right there. Right there. Okay, so this is basically shining past the edge of the roof here. And I wasn't sure if you wanted to have it like more like this to shine out and light up the area more, but then that wouldn't cast light down at the building as much. So I kind of tried to compromise. It's not going straight out, but it's a little bit down like this to where it'll still throw light out there, but it'll still light up mostly right here where what you want to protect and light up, you know, like the door and the building and everything. That's the main objective, I think. So it's down like this just a little bit. Point it down at an angle just a little bit. So it's pointed towards the building, but not a whole lot, but enough to cast light down up under that E for sure, I think. I'm pretty sure. Still light up out here pretty well, depending on how light it is, how much light it throws out, which should be quite a lot. And anyway, so that's the solar panel part of it right up there. So I had to take a little extra time because it was made to go on like a 2-inch pole. This is about 1.5 inches, or maybe this is 1.25 inches. It was made for at least 1.5 inch pipe. If it's measured by how plumbing is measured. But anyway, and these clamps wouldn't go that small, so I had to build it up with some of this stuff that I keep. This is multi-purpose. It's called plumbing strap. It's what they put inside a wall, like when you got a pipes going up a wall, you know. It's what it's typically, that's what they call a plumbing strap. You can strap the pipe like to the inside of the brace inside the wall, you know, and or something, you know, and just put screws through. That's why it's got these holes, so you can put a screw through anywhere and strap the pipe to the stud or whatever. And but it's good for all kinds of stuff, so I always keep an extra roll of it. So I put enough to where it would build that up, and big enough to where when that clamp went on there, it would tighten up on there. And it's really good and tight. I cannot move it at all. Okay, and hopefully this will work well. And so we'll see. I'll try to come back after dark tonight and see myself, and you might want to yourself. But anyway, that's that. And I looked at trying to put the camera up here before I mounted that, because, you know, it might have been better to put that there and that there and whatever. So anyway, it's designed to mount like this on a wall or on an eave or something. And it would be nice to have it up here where you can't be in reach, but of course here it wouldn't be no good, because I've got this here to help protect the edge of the shingles there from the ladder. But anyway, here, you know, you've got all this whole foot of you know, overhang of the roof back to the pole here. See, I have the shadow, so you see, you know, so for here that would be partially blocking it. So I thought, well, out here, okay, if I put it there somehow, if I could figure out how, it'd be shining straight down, but not being able to see up underneath the eave and the door and everything. You know, unless you had some kind of, as much as it'll pivot just a tiny bit to degree, it's not even enough to, it can't be. You'd have to have it on some kind of gooseneck thing, go down like that or something. So, I mean, if that's something that you want me to try to rig up, super duper Larry rig up, I can, but I don't know, that would take a little bit of engineering and more use of the kidney, you know. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this up as high as I can out of reach, and I forgot to get my shovels from your house to dig that big old rock out of the way, so they don't have a natural ladder to get up on like before. Anyway, I'm gonna do that next. And thank you for the opportunity to do some more good work for you. I'm glad this is working out, and I'm glad I got this mounted pretty well. And I just had to do a little extra. What my dad used to call Oak Cliff back engineering. But anyway, so got it done some way or another, and that's the main thing. Okay. Well, if you decide you do want me to adjust this up, I can. That's another little thing I had to do was, see, it had a screw here and here, and which only allowed it to go like this a little bit, you know, because it's designed just to go straight out like this, or like this a little bit. So I had to take one of the screws out and only have one screw to hold it there. Then I had to put another screw into the plastic there to keep it, you know, good and straight, with 2 screws on each side instead of just one. So I would just have to, you know, take this out and move it up like this some more if you want it, or down like this and put it through in another place in that plastic, because it's just solid plastic there. Okay, not a biggie wiggy. By the way, you might like to know that your roof looks really good up here. No damage, no shingles blowing off or anything, or no hail damage or anything that you might otherwise not know about. Right, since I'm up here, I might as well just show you, since you don't get a chance to see up here very often. And skylight things or whatever, those all look pretty good. Over there, looks good. And that one over there from here looks good. And that one over there from here looks good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And only on the video, that's a steady light. On the video, it's looking like just because it's a digital camera thing, or it may not play back like that. But to me, in my eyes, it's looking like, but it's not really staying on bright like it should. It's just to test it stays on for a sec. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Just a slight downward angle. Go to the angle. And we'll just have to see after dark how that lights up. Cast a little bit, at least a little bit towards the building. It's still lighting up out here. Okay.